finally get a date with a girl you actually like. You sit down, and within 5 minutes, you're over-explaining yourself, laughing too hard at things that aren't funny, and running through your best stories back to back like you're auditioning for something. Not because you're bad with women, because you care, and it's leaking out of every pore. Here's the thing nobody tells you. The guys who make women obsessed aren't the ones who try the hardest. They're the ones who need her the least. Attraction doesn't reward effort, it rewards presence. Today I'm giving you 5 first date rules that completely flip the dynamic. So she's the one trying to impress you. No fake confidence, no pickup artist nonsense. Let's get into it. Rule 1, stop performing and start observing. Most guys show up to a first date with one invisible agenda: make her like me. So they perform. They tell their best stories. They name drop. They peacock. And the whole time, underneath all of it, the energy is screaming, please approve of me. She feels that, and it's repellent. Here's what you do instead. Sit back, watch her, and then make one sharp, specific observation about who she actually is. Look at her and say, you seem like someone who has a completely different personality once you actually trust someone. That's it. Now she's not watching you perform anymore. She's thinking about herself and wondering how you read her so fast. Observers project power, performers beg for it. When you flip that switch, she becomes invested in proving your read of her is right. That's where obsession starts. Rule 2, control the pace. Never chase the conversation. Anxious guys speed up the moment energy dips. They panic-fill silence, rapid-fire questions, laugh nervously. All of it telegraphs one thing: I'm scared you're bored. And that is the most unattractive energy you can put on a date. When the conversation stalls, do the opposite. Slow down, hold eye contact. Let the silence breathe. Then say, you just went quiet. Something's going on in that head of yours. You just turned dead air into intrigue. She laughs, she opens up, and the connection deepens. Here's why this works. Silence is a status test. Whoever breaks it first out of anxiety loses frame. A man who is completely comfortable in silence signals he doesn't need to entertain her to feel okay. That stillness is rare, and women feel it as genuine, unshakable confidence. Rule 3, be genuinely hard to read. Most guys are completely transparent. She knows within 10 minutes that he likes her, he'd reply to her text in 4 seconds, and he'd clear his whole weekend if she asked. Predictability kills attraction, full stop. You want to mix warmth with just enough unpredictability that she can't fully figure you out. When she asks if you're having fun, don't gush. Look at her, smile, and say, jury's still out. Ask me again later. Now she actually wants to win you over. The reason this works is brain science. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain obsessively returns to incomplete loops to try to close them. When she can't fully read you, her mind keeps coming back to you. She goes home that night replaying the conversation. Not because you were perfect, because you were interesting, and she hasn't figured you out yet. Rule 4, create a moment. Don't just have a conversation. Most first dates are just two people sitting across from each other, exchanging information. No emotional peaks, no shared experience. Nothing that separates this date from any conversation she had this week. Forgettable dates don't get second dates. You need to engineer a moment. When the energy is good, look at her and say, come on, I want to show you something. And move the date somewhere with real atmosphere. A rooftop, a viewpoint,
Wow.
anywhere that changes the scenery. Or create the moment right there at the table. Tell me something you've never told someone on a first date. Now the date has a plot. It has a before and after. Here's the science behind it. Shared novel experiences create emotional bonding faster than any amount of conversation. She won't remember what you talked about. She'll remember exactly how she felt, and she'll attach that feeling to you. 3 days later, she's telling her friend about the date, and she's describing the moment, not the small talk. Rule 5, end it first. Always leave her wanting more. Most guys let the date drag until the energy dies on its own. They milk every last minute because they're terrified there won't be a next time. So the date ends flat, momentum's gone, and she goes home feeling drained instead of electric. The exit is the last impression, and most guys blow it completely. End the date at the peak. When she's laughing, when the vibe is at its highest, stand up and say, This was actually really fun. I've got to get going, but we should do this again. Calm, decisive, no asking, so did you have a good time? You already know. Leave before she's ready for you to leave. Psychology calls this the peak end rule. People judge experiences by their emotional peak and how they ended, not the average. A date that ends on a high is remembered as a great date, full stop, and leaving first signals you have a life, standards, and zero desperation. She watches you walk away thinking, wait, already? That's exactly where you want her. Follow these 5 rules and you won't feel like you're trying to win the date. You'll feel like yourself, just the most grounded version of yourself. She'll walk away thinking she met someone genuinely different. Not because you perform better, because you stop performing at all. But here's where 90% of guys still lose it. The date goes perfectly, and then they ruin everything in the next 48 hours. One needy text, one double text, one so. Did you have fun? Energy, and everything you built that night evaporates instantly. The post-date texting game is completely different, and if you don't understand the psychology behind it, you will lose her. That's exactly why you need to watch my next video, how to text her after the first date without killing the attraction. It covers what to say in your first text, how long to wait, and how to set up date 2 without sounding desperate. Click right here. I'll see you over there.